What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Rawstocks. This is Rustic. Today we're going to be taking a look at Tesla's chart. We're going to look at where price came from, where price ended today, and where price is likely to head into tomorrow and the rest of the week. Before we get going, don't forget to check out the links in the description below. Link to the Rawstocks trading Discord, links to Top Step where you can attempt a futures funded trading account, and some other links of how you can support the channel. Found in the description below. So let's jump right into the charts here. We got Tesla's daily chart pulled up. And as you can see, we got a large fair value gap sitting above. For those of you who don't know what a fair value gap is, it's basically a 3-candle setup where we're looking at, in a bearish case, the wick low from one daily candle or one candle to the wick high of the third candle. And it's the gap in between. So we got a large daily fair value gap here. And you can see we started to develop a trend here coming off the bottom where we have basically, not quite perfectly, but 3 points of contact. If we adjust it slightly to include the middle point, then we wicked through it today on the daily chart at least. And what you can see too is that off the bottom, we basically had like a double bottom here, 2 equal lows on these candle wicks. We traded up, came back down, and we came back down to the 61.8, which is our optimal trade entry or our golden zone, if you will. It's back into a discount price. And then from there, we pushed up. We pushed up over the 20 period simple moving average on the daily chart, which is this moving average line right here. We popped over it. We didn't quite get to the fair value gap. We failed to deliver on the daily time frame. And then we've recycled back down. Now we came back down, right? And we ran a test on that trend line. We held above it today. We also did not set new lows in relation to the low from March 22nd. Okay. We have filled this gap, and then we closed above the 20 period moving average. Now we haven't gotten that to flatten out yet or to curve back up. So at this point in time, it's still a bearish moving average, but we are above the 21 period or the 20 period. So what we'll be looking for if we're bullish and we're looking for this optimal trade entry golden zone to hold, and we've popped back up. Now we're looking for us to run back up into this bearish fair value gap, probably to consequent encroachment, which is the 50% of that bearish fair value gap. We've talked about it in videos in the past. But that would be coming in around 190, 155, give or take, 190, 150, right? We failed to deliver, so we cycled back down, but now we're looking for us to push back up into that fair value gap. Now we got numbers coming out tomorrow for Tesla, so it's a little bit scary with those numbers looming, and so definitely didn't swing any trades. I'll wait for the numbers to come out and then I'll play the price action. But if the numbers, if the market reacts in a positive way, we're looking for us to push up into that fair value gap. The beginning of it starts at 184.63. We'll call it 185, right? And then we can go deeper into there, and we can still set a lower low and then come back down. Now, if the market reacts and they don't like the numbers, what we're looking to do is break this trend line, and then we'll push back down to take the low down here at 165.92, and then potentially make a run at 160.58 where these equal lows sit. And we don't have, let me slap on our Smart Money Concepts indicator here. You can see there was and still is a nice bearish order block. Now we hit that order block right on the edge, right at the upper boundaries of it. We have not dug deeper. I am expecting us to dig back deeper into that at some point in time, but that doesn't mean we don't rally up into this fair value gap first before we dump back down into that order block. So still watching this order block down at 160 all the way down to 152.78. But at this current point, I am looking for, potentially for price to drive up into that bearish fair value gap. Now there's also a lot of upside targets, which we're not going to talk about right now. And ultimately we have that giant order block sitting back up at 255. Which at some point in time we will head back up and run into that order block if we don't take it. But it could be waiting all the way until we actually head up and take it out completely, and then start to set new highs from there. So we'll just be watching those things very closely. If we drop down into the 1 hour chart, we'll skip the 4 hour today. One-hour chart gives a little bit different story. Okay, we had that nice, we had kind of a gap open today. We sold off, pretty aggressively. I'll show you on the small time frame where we took a trade on Tesla that ended up, going pretty nicely. And then in this final 1 hour, or this final 1 hour look, right, with the last few hour, or I guess it was this is aftermarket hours, so we saw that push up as market closed. Tapped the 20 period on the 1 hour. Since then, have rejected it. What I want to note on the 1 hour time frame is that we still currently have a fair value gap that's right there. It's a bullish fair value gap, and we've traded back into it. Now, if we can hold that fair value gap, we're not going to come and attack this low at 170.19 or 170.27, whatever. Officially 170.21. If we hold that fair value gap, we could push back over this 20 period. There's our trend line, right? We see our trend line on the 1 hour. Looking a little bit different, so we could adjust that. Sometimes the daily throw us off a little bit. So there we got our wicks from the 22nd. You can see we hit it, wicked it, closed perfectly on it, right? And then we shot up from there. So definitely this trend line is offering support, wants to offer support. So we'll see if this 1 hour fair value gap holds. That's going to be, now pre-market, since the aftermarket's closed. And we will want that to kind of springboard us off and then send us back up, like I said, into this bearish fair value gap that lies above. Ultimately, we want to be breaking the high of 184.25, and then again into the bearish fair value gap, where there's buy side liquidity. We know there's orders that that are resting up above this old high and into this fair value gap that are going to offer resistance and send price back down. Now, once we get up there, maybe price just comes back down to the trend line again, then rallies up. We could go back and forth on that a little bit. We are heading, into earnings season here soon. And so, we could see this rally up towards earnings and then kind of just get dumped on after earnings. Now, alternatively, the bearish case scenario, again, 1 hour chart below the 20 period, we give up this fair value gap. We attack the low from today. Then we got an order block down here, which puts us back below equilibrium, back into a discount market. At that point, we're not looking to take any shorts in a discount. We are only looking to enter longs if we get back down into this optimal trade entry, or waiting for us to take a new low, right? But the risk to reward starts to become less and less as we get back down into a discount range from the recent lows. Okay, now, if we do start to extend up into this fair value gap, that'd be a great shorting opportunity for multiple weeks out contracts. But if you're a day trader, swing trader, or day trader or scalper, right, we're just playing price action intraday. So a lot of this is, fairly irrelevant, except for that you can just be looking to take trades in the direction of the trend. That's why we took a long today. We waited for price to sell off. We entered our long position. We rode it back up. We ultimately closed. We'll be looking, as long as this support level is holding, we'll be looking to take long entries and then ride them up. Let's drop down into the 15-minute chart. We'll leave our fair value gaps up there. Again, 1 hour fair value gap here, but you can also see on the 15-minute chart that we did close this 15-minute fair value gap here during after hours trading. Okay, same kind of deal. Just shows that we hit the trend line, bounced off of it, had some nice displacement into the end of the day. Could that be a fake out? Certainly. We got the 20 period on the 15 moving up but flattening out. Okay, if that rolls over, that's going to drive price back down, and we're going to test the lows of today. Last thing I want to show you guys is the 1 minute chart. The 1 minute chart is where we took our trade today, and I will paint the trade out for you. We had a lot of bearish fair value gaps that we were targeting. We also had some fib levels, but basically what I saw is a inverted fair value gap right there. We looked to take our trade. It didn't get filled immediately. I think I got filled somewhere up here. And what we had was basically an equal low or double bottom right there. Okay, that was a strong signal. We get our inverted fair value gap, right? Price draws back down into that fair value gap inversion, and then we can look to run the trade up. If we also measured our fib levels, from high to low there, you can see that as we took that high and came back down, we also get a optimal trade entry, right around also the same time that we near close to where we got our fair value gap entry. So I know I entered early and I didn't close here, and then we come back down, and then basically, at that point in time, we can be looking to run up to symmetrical swing, right? Any of these fib levels or take profits. We also can look for our -2 standard deviations there. We did not quite hit that today. That could have been a target. I think I had a slightly different fib level on the post that I did in the Discord. But either way, I think I'll just do it for you guys. I think I measured this move and maybe this move here, and then we ended up getting a nice 2 standard deviations, which was the target on the trade. Even though we came back down, there was no stop on there. And you can see if we used our long tool, right? We entered somewhere in here, and we put our stop just slightly below the previous low. Never gets hit, right? Even if we run it to 1 symmetrical swing, 2.8. If you ran it to the 2 standard deviations, 4.62 on your RVR, right? So either way, it was a good trade. I think I closed it for $100 on a single contract, which is not a bad payout when you're just running one single for a day trade. Other entries were in there as well. If you didn't grab that one and you're using your smart money concepts, again, we saw price come back down. We're not necessarily bearish in this case because of the double bottom. So I'd be looking for long trades. There's a tiny fair value gap in here that inverts as well. So as you see, it pulls up, inverts, comes back down. You can take your entry, right? And then it's confirmed with bullish fair value gaps on the way up. So that's our confirmation. You can be adding to your positions as these bullish fair value gaps occur. Okay, but we start to get bullish activity, and then we start to close out all of these bearish fair value gaps. Like there was a ton. So you can be looking at any of those. There's your close on that one. All right, there's your close on that one. Ultimately, did not get up here. Oh, no, we did. We got up there to close that one as well. So lots and lots of like fair value gaps that got closed. We ultimately ended up, closing right around this wick right here where there's some liquidity. Did not take the new higher, get all the way up to the order block. So we'll be looking to see if we end up attacking that tomorrow or not. Either way, just showing you that the smart money concepts with the inverted fair value gaps and the fair value gap entries definitely are successful if you continue to learn them and you continue to know how to trade them. So that's what I got for you guys today. Hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one. Good luck on your trading. We got the Tesla numbers coming out tomorrow. Don't forget to check out the links in the description below if you're interested in joining the Rawstocks trading community. It's free to join. We got promos all the time for discounts on joining for the first month. Right now, if you use Flash promo as the code when you sign up on WAP for the Discord, it's 100% off the first month. So that's 37 days of premium with the call outs, with the book study, with the premium chat for free for 37 days. So don't forget to check it out. Even if you don't want to join premium, it's free to join the Discord. There's a lot of awesome traders hanging out during market hours, even sometimes after, just talking about Tesla, talking about NVIDIA, talking about crypto, all kinds of different stuff. So if you haven't checked it out, please come check it out, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.